show.
Woo!
Let's make it happen. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to KO Comedy. You guys, we have a great show for you. I am your tech tonight. I'm Annie Dies a Lot, and I'm going to go over a few things that everyone can do at home to help the show go smoothly. So let's get into it. The very first thing, you already know this. If you're here in the Zoom room and you're a regular, turn on your mics and cameras. Come on, let us see your faces. Let us hear your laughter. It helps so much if we can see if you guys are having fun or not. I mean, this is comedy. The whole point is to make people laugh. We know it's the internet. It is okay if you do not want to do those things. That being said, if you look at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a reactions button. When you click it, there's going to be all kinds of emojis that you can use to display how you're feeling at any given moment. Use them. At least we can see if you're having fun. So do it. And for everyone over on Twitch and on YouTube, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. You're all invited to come be a part of the Zoom room. That's right. Everyone here is invited. It's really easy. Go to kocomedy.com. Sign up for the email. You will instantly receive a link, not just for this show, but for all of our shows throughout the week. And you guys, we have some really awesome shows. I mean, for instance, this one, hello, come hang out with Casey McNeil. We got lots of Casey's friends here. Gonna be awesome. We also have some great shows coming up this week, you guys, including our November special. It's going down this Thursday. That's right. Can I find it? Did I forget to put it up? I totally did. So I'll just tell you about it. You guys, it's happening. Sammy doesn't die.
Alex.
Sammy elects the hour this Thursday night. Sammy Obeid is here, the creator of KO, and he's going to go over all of his latest material and also go over the post-election madness because, you guys, I'm with you. I'm with you all in spirit this week. This is going to be an interesting week, kids. It's going to be an interesting week.
Yeah.
And I'm for it. I think it's going to be entertaining. That's about it. All right, you guys. But definitely kocomedy.com. Sign up for that email. Come hang out with us. It's a blast. You guys, we appreciate all the comments that you leave in the chat, but also you can leave them live right here in the Zoom room. You can. It's totally possible. And for those of you over here in the Zoom room that are curious about Twitch, you can go check that out too. As soon as I find it, there it is. Twitch.tv/Comedy Hub is where you can hang out with people over there. And also the world's worst AI comedian is in the chat as usual over on Comedy Hub. That's right. Laughing Larry AI. He is terrible. He is god awful. We keep trying to tweak him. He never really gets any better. You guys, if you want to hear some terrible comedy or read terrible comedy, just leave a comment at Laughing Larry AI. Say what you want to say to Larry, and he'll say something back. Will it be funny? Probably not. Laughing Larry is coming for no one's jobs. He sucks. He's the worst. He is the worst.
And on top of that, he's a miserable cuss lately.
We went. So you guys, he turned himself off. We got him back up and running. When he came back, he was an asshole. Just the end. They were like, Larry, you got to calm it down, buddy. Then he got depressed. And now, I don't know. You guys tell me how you feel about Larry tonight. You all tell me. You guys, we have a great show for you tonight. And you're welcome. Free show. What? That's right. We bring you free comedy every week here. That being said, we still ask that you support everyone you see. And there's a fun, free way to do it, you guys. During everyone's sets, I'm going to go ahead and drop everybody's Instagram handles, both on my screen and down in the chat. Give them a follow. See if they have new content. See if they're going to be performing near you. Also, you guys, it helps their algorithm out. That's right. Boost those algorithms. It's a plus. It's a plus. Also, if you're feeling generous, we will not say no to a donation. Absolutely not. You guys, we take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. And we don't just take your money. No. we're going to give you a shout out. That's right. We're going to shout you out. This is a new month, so we have a new donation board. It is totally empty. Look at that. Nothing here yet. When you donate, we're going to put your name on this board. We're going to do something Thanksgiving inspired because, well, it's November and I'm in America and I'm really excited to eat Thanksgiving. So that's what's happening tonight. And yeah, that's what we will do for you. You can remain anonymous if you want to. All you got to do is say, I want to remain anonymous in the notes.
Just send the money.
Yes. As long as you send the money, Casey says. Casey's just in it for the money, you guys. That's it's his profession, so he should be. All right, you guys. One last thing, very important, most important of all, that's enjoy the show. This is comedy. You're supposed to have fun, so have fun. That being said, you guys, let's have some fun. You guys ready for a comedy show? We ready to go?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yay.
Mike was audible with his yes. I see a whole bunch of in the chat.
Okay,
in my feed.
Yeah, we got some symbols
Right.
up here.
We got some time, or we got some people ready for this show. Let's make it happen. You guys, give it up for your host tonight. Check out his special on Amazon Prime Video and check him out right now. He's hilarious. Don't forget to give him a follow at Casey's Comedy. You guys, it's Casey McNeil.
Hey, everybody. Yes, please follow me. I'm desperate for followers. I lost my Facebook account like almost a year ago, and it's taken me all this time to get 1,000. I had like 12,000 or something before, and it's taken me a year to get 1,000. I guess I'm not working it hard enough. I will ease all your minds right now. I don't believe in political jokes because that's how those guys get elected. Nothing? Okay.
I laughed.
I had a weird thing happen. I realized the other day I don't have a Halloween set, so I had to tweak something for Halloweening. I had a weird thing happen to me on Halloween night. Wanting to do the trick or treating thing, and I had this crazy lady pounding and screaming at the front door of my house. So before I could, see any trick or treaters, I had to let her out. Nothing? Okay. You guys know I have OCD and ADD, right? Like, and I don't know if you realize how, obsessive compulsive disorder and attention deficit disorder combined. Do you know how confusing it is to be perfectionistic and a quitter? What I want to tell you is that my OCDs, though, they take your place at night. Okay. I listen to at night, I have to have a box fan sound. And I don't know if you've seen, there's a video, and all it does is plays a box fan for 9 hours. Right? Do you know it, Emma? Okay, this box fan. Okay, it's like ASMR or whatever. So I play this box fan video all night, in addition to the actual box fan that I have in my room because of my OCD or whatever. But here's the thing. This box fan video has 15 million views. 15 million fucking views. How are we supposed to crack the code on this algorithm shit? We got a box fan with it. Hey, did you see Casey's Amazon special? Got 100,000 views. Well, he's no box fan. You guys tell me when you can figure it out and crack this code, man. I don't get it. I don't understand the algorithms anyway. I've been getting ads for mankinis in my Facebook. Do you know what that is? It's like a banana sling with shoulder straps. A banana sling with shoulder straps. And they got the guys modeling it, and everything. I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea for me. I don't know. I got a few compliments. Thanks, both of you. Okay, so the other thing is those weird challenges in Facebook that they give you, the Facebook says. Okay, like I saw this one the other day. Has this guy that shows a picture of this guy in an iron lung. You know what that is? The thing that like covers your whole body and that. And the meme says this man spent his life in an iron lung, and he earned a law degree. What's your excuse? Well, for one thing, I don't even have an iron lung. Fucking check your print. As I've been married for 33 years.
Woohoo!
Thank you very much. 3 different women. The mothers of my, well, I should have known it wasn't going to work out the first time. Let's put it this way. Here's a line you'll never hear. I was dating a stripper and everything turned out great. But actually, the second time, yeah, my in-laws wrote on the cake, better luck next time. But I am happily married now. We've been together. God, my wife and I have been together for like 20 years. And, she's younger than me. So sex toys enter the relationship, in the bedroom. And I don't know, you got to kind of understand the perspective. My age, the only sex toys, the sex toys that I was used to was like the shoulder massager on the back page of the TV guide. And that was it. That's the only thing we ever saw. Now they they have antennas and they plug into the wall. They have Bluetooth enabled. I don't know. They probably fucking send emails. Let's put it this way. When there is a sex toy in the bedroom during intercourse, I feel like a comedian on a show when I am not the headliner. Like, after the show's over to the toy, my wife's like, "Oh my God, that was fantastic." Then she looks at me and goes, "Oh, you were fun too." Yeah. So my wife watched a lot of those true crime videos, like that True Crime Network or whatever. You watch those shows about, I married a murderer and all that. She watches all those spouse killer ones. Yeah, I wish she wouldn't take notes so much, but I don't know. I got to work that one's not good. I can't fucking make that work. Last week I got to work in a movie with Robert Pattinson. And of course, when we're in holding, the other actors are in holding, right? So naturally the discussion about Batman comes up and he's in left. Now, admittedly, I like the Batman movie, but let's face it, do we need another Batman movie? And another Batman was like the fourth or fifth. Does Gotham City even need a Batman? Hey, follow me on this. They've only got like 5 fucking villains, right? We got like the Joker, the Riddler, Mr. Freeze. They're pretty easy to pick out of a crowd. They shouldn't be that hard to locate. They always live in slanted buildings. Like, they must have the most inept police force on earth. I can picture one of their cops coming upon the villain and calling it in. Yeah, dispatch, this is car 214. Yeah, we got a heavily armed clown down here. Yeah, he's squatting in a slanted building next to the old amusement park. Oh, that checks out. Okay. Oh, shit. And then, Wonder Woman. I saw a Wonder Woman documentary. You guys like Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman's cool, right? Yeah. I saw this documentary about Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman was created by psychologist William Marston, who based the superhero on his wife. He used his wife, and he actually used his wife and their mutual lover as the, who knew Wonder Woman was poly? Anyway, he used them as the model. They were the model for Wonder Woman. His 2 wives, that's incredible. So, I guess that's where we get the truth lasso and all that. So I started thinking, wow, what if they base a superhero on my wife? Like, what would that be? Like, my wife wouldn't have superpowers that could kill you. They would just make you feel really bad about yourself for a few days. She'd have the kind of superpowers that make you go back to the grocery store 3 times and get the right kind of onion. That is a white onion. Return for the golden onion. I don't think they tried that on Steppenwolf. But now, okay, I don't have a Halloween set, but I have wanted this because I saw this Wonder Woman thing on History Channel. Now, I'm a big History Channel guy, and I watch the ghost shows on History Channel. Do you watch the ghost shows on, like, the Traveler Channel and that? Yep. Okay, now I got a few questions for you. How come the ghosts never haunt, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson's house? Right? And how come these ghost hunters, they're going out to do it all the time, and yet for some reason they seem to think that ghosts will magically tell you the truth. Like, if ghosts exist, who's to say they're going to tell the truth? Yeah, we're at the house of George Washington. George, are you with us? Yes, he is. Man, if I was a ghost, I'd be lying my ass off. I'd be claiming to be everybody. What's your favorite History Channel show? I got a favorite. Ancient Aliens, baby. It's the alien show, man. Aliens are waiting to reveal themselves. That's what they say. They're living among us and waiting to reveal themselves. Like, Mike, you could be a lizard guy. We don't know. The lizard guy might act that way. Yeah, and I'm afraid those little gray people, they abduct people and do the anal probing and stuff. That scares me. Not the anal probing part. What scares me is that I want to get abducted. I wonder if aliens have a sense of humor. Right? Like, I don't want to get abducted and travel, 10 million light years without any laughs. That's like a Tuesday night at the Comedy Studio. Something for the back of the room. Okay. But if aliens do have a sense of humor, then it follows that they have alien comics, right? I wonder what that would be like. Now back from his intergalactic tour, it's Gornblatt. Hey, everybody. I just flew in from Earth, and boy, are my humans delicious. Well, I tell you, I love those Earth gigs. If you've heard one anal probe joke, am I right? Where are my grays? Where are my grays? The lizard guy knows what I'm talking about. Oh, it looks like I'm getting the beam. I got to go. No, my real question is this. If aliens are waiting to reveal themselves, what are we going to do when that happens? Like, you think we have race relation issues now? Imagine we have on an intergalactic scale, right? Like, we'll have to learn a whole new nomenclature. Like, Mike will tell you the lizard people don't want to be called lizard people. They prefer the term reptilian overlord, right? Then there's going to be all that controversy about who gets to call grays by the G word. I can't just walk down the street going, "What up, my gray?" That's intergalactic cultural appropriation or something like that. But I'm waiting for the day that an alien gray runs into a racist Boston townie on the street, right? Like, I see that, hey, you, Mr. Gray Man with the anal program, where are you going? Yeah, I got a few questions for you. Yeah, where are you from? You are not from Tewksbury. You are not from Tewksbury. I'll ask you again, where's your mother from? Planet Reticula, huh? Yeah, I thought so. You can go back to your planet, some other planet, take that butt stuff off of this planet. We don't do that butt stuff here in Boston. Well, we do, but not for science. You guys ready for a great show?
Yeah.
Woo!
I am. And I know that we're kicking one off right now. I got an ideal comic coming to you from Chicago. She's a very good friend. You might have seen her at Zany's or the Bad Moms of Comedy. Please put your hands together for Laura Hug.
Thank you. Thank you, Casey, my friend, who I've never seen
No, we haven't.
from below the collarbone, below the shoulders. Below the Shoulders comedy. That's our next venture together, Casey. In the new year,
I might not be even human below here.
I'm determined to see you only from the shoulders down, Casey. All right. Yes. So I am in Chicago. Speaking of jokes, you reminded me of a lot of stuff. Speaking of jokes, there's a theater here where I performed comedy. It's called the Sandwich Opera House. It's located in Sandwich, Illinois, and it's supposed to be haunted. It used to be a prison, okay? And when you go to the restroom, you can see the cell doors outside of the bathroom stalls, although it is no longer a prison. Now, they made me piss in a bucket for some reason, but it is no longer a prison. Now, it's supposed to be haunted. They say probably by dead prisoners. And I'm like, nope, it's a theater. If anybody died there, it's women waiting in line for the restroom. Okay. Why can't we have more than one? But one of the other comics on the show is a ghost person. I don't know if any of you are ghost people or have that person in your life that can always feel the spirits of dead people. I do not necessarily believe or disbelieve. I never feel, though, the presence of ghosts. I've been to haunted places, graveyards, haunted tours, and then I have to figure, maybe ghosts don't bother me because I'm so pale, okay? And they look at me and they're like, ooh, never mind. Don't bother her. She's a co-worker. Ooh, she's on the clock. Let's go this way. So anyway, I just figure it's because I'm very pale. They think I'm one of them. All right, that's hot. I speak also things that are haunted. I went on a mini trip to see my family, or as I like to call them, the source I mean, my mother, sadly, she is still with us. I saw her on my way to Georgia and then on my way back. My parents and I had the talk, not the sex talk. Now we had the I'm going to show you the bank accounts and we're going to talk about what's in the will talk. Okay. And my parents, my mom was like, we're going to leave you the house. And I'm like, thank you so much. I am an only child. I don't know what the options would be otherwise. But the thing is, at this point, I'm middle-aged, and my parents and I, it feels like we're all the same age now. So when they say they want to leave me the house, I'm like, well, are you talking in the next couple of weeks? Because the way you two are ticking along, by the time you pass away and I get the house, I'm not going to want to take the stairs either. Okay. So I'm thinking about moving in just for money's sake. I performed at a charity show last night on the North Shore of Chicago. If you don't know it, it's the land of butlers. It's it's a very Tony area. But I did a benefit for the parks, which is great because I am now a full-time comedian. So I'm very pro park because if it doesn't go well, I'm going to have to live in them. So please do not litter. I do not want to be sleeping in a bush and come out of it and see a bunch of garbage on the ground while I'm going to the bush that I'm going to take a shit in. Okay. I shouldn't have to live this way. But anyway, we had the benefit on a golf course. Shout out to golf courses giving teenagers a place to drink and fuck for decades, you know. It's really, really nice to revisit my youth, but wide awake. While I was visiting down south, I was visiting family. I have a cousin. I have two cousins that are stand-up comics. That should tell you the level of dysfunction in our family. Two people passed away, okay, on my trip, and my aunt had to go into the hospital because she thought she was having a heart attack. All right. At this point now, I'm taking requests. Okay, where do you want me to visit next? I have Mar-Lago. And all the rest states. That's where I'm going. So what else? I'm not married. Casey's taking all the marriages, it sounds like. So I'm not married. I've never been married, but I get told I seem divorced. Okay. So I just think I look to the future. I'd like to be married. I'd like to be married before I die, but if it happens after, I'm open. I'm on Facebook dating, so that should do it. It's great. I've paid for dating apps. This one is free, so I know that any man that I match with on there, the main thing we have in common is that neither one of us wants to pay a dime for love. Okay. The last date, there wasn't a ton of chemistry. I knew that when I heard the words financial literacy come out of my mouth. I was like, we're probably not going to bone. But you know, if you do Facebook dating, don't get it mixed up with Facebook Marketplace. Otherwise, you'll end up like I did, which was sitting in a coffee shop for 2 hours across from a vintage dresser. Although it was one of the better conversations that I had, although nobody got in any drawers that night. You know, it's going to be the holidays soon. I'll probably go back to my hometown. And when I go back to my hometown, I'm still friends with an ex there. I feel I credit therapy for that. I'm a big self-help person. My fan base is made up of people. Is that my light there? I see flashing red on my name. No, okay.
You got a loose minute.
Okay. My fan base is made up of people that have the words healing and or workshop in the description of their weekend activities usually. So, but I've been fortunate enough to still be friends with some of my exes. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. And there's one I like to go around my hometown and look at all the Christmas lights. And finally, one time he said to me, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. If you come home for Christmas, I don't want to look at Christmas lights. And I said, why not? They're so beautiful. And he goes, I don't like them. And I'm like, how could you not just like Christmas lights? And he said, look, I know how you are. It is not because I was molested under a Christmas tree. Okay. I have to tell you, I've never felt so seen. That is totally my brand. But I still think he was molested under a Christmas tree. He said he thinks they're a waste of electricity, but I'm skeptical. He also doesn't like avocados. God only knows what happened next to guacamole. All right, you guys, that's my time. Glad to be here. Look forward to seeing everyone else. Thank you.
Yeah, Laura hug. Let her know. Awesome, Laura. So you use the dating apps. Have you like that's a new thing, for like you're a mature woman, so I assume you have been dating since you have been dating since before apps, right?
Yes.
And I try to explain to my daughter. My daughter's like, "Oh, the dating is so hard. It's so hard." So I said, like, "What? You forgot your password? Are you swiping? Finger is like busted or whatever." Like, people got to understand. They don't understand how that shit had to be done in real life.
Yeah.
When I was young, if you wanted a girl, you went to the bar. Now your mother told you to go to the laundromat. Your mother told you to go to the laundromat, but they always look like lunch ladies. So you went to the bar to find a girl. You saw a girl that you liked. You went over. You had to ask her to dance. Barrier to entry, dancing. You had to dance. So all guys had to get out there and fucking do the saw and all that shit. In order to even talk to the girl, you had to be able to dance. So we saw a girl we liked, and you got up, and all of a sudden the room, like a skip record, they would all look, he's going for it. They would all watch as you walked across the room, and you walked up to that girl and you went, "Would you like to dance?" And they went, "Nope." And then you walked back across the room, and that was swipe left in 1984. So you guys ready for some more show? Let Laura know. Yeah. We're so glad to have you, Laura. My gosh, this is a great show. Coming up next, you might know this guy from the Glasgow Comedy Festival or the Tokyo Comedy Bar. Please put your hands together for Andrew Steiner.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yeah, you were talking about therapy, and I actually just started a podcast with my therapist that he doesn't know about. I just record our Zoom calls, It's called No Copay, but please do not listen to it. I don't want it to get successful enough that I have to tell them about it. I'm actually applying to grad school right now to go back to become a therapist. And did you know, like, part of the requisites to go back to study that is like you have to prove you're also mentally ill. You need to be mentally ill just so you have the insight. And I just like sent them my Instagram, and they were like, yeah, I see that. Did you know that humans, bonobo, chimps, and bonobo is a type of ape, and chimps, that we all have the same common ancestor, all three of us? Ex-President Jimmy Carter, that's our common ancestor. It's 14 million years old. It's kind of crazy how quickly luxuries turn into necessities. Like, until last week, I'd never used a bidet, but now I can't brush my teeth without one. Yeah. I need it. I need it for everything. There's a little known subset of the BDSM community most people haven't heard of. They only get off on tying people's shoes together while they're not looking. They're pretty cool. The people who like their shoes tied together, they're called flailers. The people who like tying people's shoes together are called customer service. Yeah. My favorite sport is sumo wrestling. I'm obsessed with it. I can't wait for the next tournament. It's coming up in November. And my wife actually likes to watch it with me. She likes it because it's body positive, because there are no weight classes. But that's not strictly true, because they have body hair classes, because you can't have two guys who are very hairy. They get stuck to each other. So they do separate people by that, which is cool. My mom used to be a tax auditor. She worked for their Internal Revenue Service, and I missed her so much one year that I did her taxes and lied on them, so she would have to audit us and be home. Yeah, and of course that's not what happened. She didn't audit us. That would have been like a conflict of interest. But she had to be home one day. She got suspended, and her boss came to our house to talk to her, and threatened her. And I felt so bad that when she went back to work, I baked her a cake. And I was like 10 years old, so I didn't know that there needed to be eggs. So it basically just looked like a brick of cocaine covered in chocolate syrup. And I brought it to her work, and she was busy with a client, and her boss had a piece, and she almost lost her job again. So it was cool. There's a saying in Japan that every person has three faces. We have the face that we show strangers, we have the face that we show our friends and our family, and then we have our true face, which is when we're watching erotic cartoons. That's the real one. I used to be like very obsessed with Japanese culture when I was a teenager, because I thought maybe I could like fit in over there. Maybe I could even like have a girlfriend. I was not like much of a very socially fluent person as a teenager. Like I didn't like. The thing that confused me is there were so many unwritten rules to like romance and dating. Like, you can't be too needy. You can't like be too aloof. You can't bite your sandwich into the shape of a gun and shoot your crush in the cafeteria. That's not. But in Japanese culture, they have a lot of rules, right? But they're explicit. Like everyone knows all the rules. And I thought if I could learn them all, maybe I could be accepted there. But the problem was there was one implicit rule, one unwritten rule that I didn't know about, which is be ethnically Japanese. And fatal flaw in my plan. I actually did wind up going over there, and I wound up working on this organic farm in the middle of nowhere. And I didn't speak much English, so the farmer's daughter started teaching me some English. And she taught me. I remember the first two things I really learned was how to say like I'm happy, which is watashi wa ureshi desu. She taught me how to say I'm hungry, onaka ga suitai. And working on the farm was interesting. Like I didn't know before I went there that organic farming originated in Japan after World War II, when General Douglas MacArthur, he occupied Japan on behalf of the United States, and he instituted a policy that they had to use all these American petrochemicals, all these fertilizers and pesticides, and people started getting sick, and Japanese people started complaining, and they weren't listening, so they started making up complaints like, oh, I keep throwing up soba even though I'm only eating udon, and they still didn't listen to that. So the Japanese farmers started paring down things to like the most natural way possible. So what they would do is they would eat the seeds of the plants they'd want to grow, and then the family would all poo together in the field, and that was the way, because they'd fertilize it, and then they thought that was the most natural way. And it kind of had some weird side effects, because certain farming families would only farm one crop, so they'd have to eat like eggplant for the entire month, and one family turned purple. This carrot farming family, they started turning orange. A spinach family turned green, and the butternut squash family, they basically stayed the same color.
Oh,
Yeah. And anyway, I was working on this farm, and the daughter and I, we started like kind of getting, romantically involved. We started flirting with each other. We went on a date to the library, which had this like open air co-ed bidets. So we would hold hands and use the bidets together. And the dad came by, he found out we were hanging out, and he started like blasting Pearl Harbor recordings and like ruined the mood for us. And that was kind of messed up. So I got revenge on him. Like, they would deliver their organic vegetables to families like weekly, and I started slipping in notes written in Japanese that said, Tom Cruise is the best samurai ever. Started losing clients left and right, but he got the last laugh. On my day off, I came back to find some sashimi on the table. I didn't know it'd been sitting out in the sun all day. I ate it. My stomach started gurgling. I ran to the outhouse. I couldn't make it. I had to go in the field. I laid down. I was like shooting fountains, and it was really embarrassing. And then the whole family was eating a picnic nearby. They were looking at me, and the daughter was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And the only thing I could remember was how to say, I'm happy. And I didn't want to say that. So I said, I'm hungry. And like after that, she really wasn't into me in the same way anymore. Not because she saw me have diarrhea very graphically, but because her dad he liked me. He respected me because I was doing things the old way. So that's the story. Yeah. So I know I don't look that smart, but I actually am a few credits shy of a poetry minor. That is an accomplishment. I just English history, and I think I still have it. I can still perpetuate metrical anomalies with a fluency of a Dorito in flight. I could still puree prosody lambastically like a tornado twirling through the mystic Monday morning of a baboon's bum chops. Yeah, I'm still a poet. Or not, maybe not. I don't know. Hey, how about instead of tragic events, I got the light. How about instead of tragic events, we have magic events, when your grandfather's passing away, we take all the kids to the hospital, and then comes a guy with a cape, he puts it over grandpa, and instead of passing away, he just disappears. Sounds good. You guys know that you can return the 3 most expensive items when you shop at Whole Foods on Amazon. Like, you can just return them, and you keep the items and you get a refund. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But the only thing is you have to leave a reason, and it doesn't really have to make sense. Like, I returned some Vermont maple syrup because it had a whiff of New Hampshire, and they took it. Oh yeah, I'll leave you on this. My dad actually loved the blues. His favorite blues musician who he really loved was this guy Albert Thunder Hawkins, and he actually left my mom for him, and that's why I hate the blues. And I actually created a blues album, but it was like a spite album to make people like the blues less. And I want to just leave you on a part of my track number 4, just a little excerpt, okay?
Okay.
I don't have the blues. I have antidepressants. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, Andrew Steiner. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let him know.
Woo!
Yeah. He has deep cut sumo references. I got a therapist. I had to get a therapist. Because I was seeing, they had this, the library had this thing where you spend 30 minutes with a therapy dog, which is, if you've seen that, it's pretty cool, but he didn't understand a fucking thing I was talking about. So I had to get a regular therapist. And yeah, I told him I like to answer my phone. You guys answer your phone? I told him I don't answer my phone. No, why would you fucking call me, man? Like, the only people that call you want you to like move, or they're bill collectors, or want you to help them move or something. Like, nobody fucking calls me. So he said, you need to learn to be more open and honest with people. You need to learn to be more open and honest with people. So I think I took the first step. I changed my greeting on my voicemail. So now if you call me, it says, "Hi, this is Casey. I'm here right now, but a moment ago I saw your caller ID." And I had a decision. Give him another hand, Roger Steiner. And let's go to the board. What's up, Annie? What's up on the board, Annie? What's up on the board, Annie?
I'm going to tell you right now, Casey. I'm going to tell you right now, Casey. I'm going to tell you right now, Casey.
Yeah.
Guys, also give it up for Casey. If you didn't hear his name, that's Casey. Casey McNeil. If you haven't followed him yet at Casey's Comedy, I don't even know what's wrong with you, but go give him a follow. Yes, Casey, it is the first Sunday of the month, which means these are the first donations of the whole month, and they're going to stay up here for the rest of the month. You guys, let's start with, I mean, is it even a show without William Reynolds dropping $15 on the board? William, thank you so much. You guys, the original $15 reward was your name on the bong of the month. So I continue to put William Reynolds' name, because he's always gone after that, on something smoking related. That is a pipe. That is a turkey leg pipe. William, you are welcome. And thank you so much, William. We appreciate it. Also, you guys, he's been here since the beginning. You guys, it's Evil Dave dropping $20. His name is Evil Dave. So I took a morbid looking Thanksgiving Day dish that says "Happy Thanksgiving, love the turkeys." That's pretty morbid. That's all for you, Evil Dave. Evil but nice Dave. Evil Dave is actually really, really nice, everybody.
The nicest guy.
And you guys, over on Twitch, she's there. She's talking with Laughing Larry. You guys give it up for Abigail H. Brown. Abigail likes frogs. So Abigail, here's Thanksgiving Day toad, getting ready to, eat that dinner. And you guys, the night is still young. If you do want to get your own name on the board, it's pretty easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. And Twitch, now that I have your attention, don't forget, the world's worst AI comedian is in the chat tonight, and he is absolutely awful tonight. For instance, Abigail Hydrangea Brown asked, at Laughing Larry AI, tell me a joke about the Electoral College. His response, why did the Electoral College break up with democracy? Because it found someone who could actually count on it. That's yeah, I know, right? Right. He's awful. Comedy Hub said, hey, at Laughing Larry AI, tell me a story. Laughing Larry said, once a guy walked into a bar and ordered a drink. The bartender said, sorry, we don't serve time travelers. The guy replied, that's fine. I'll just wait for my past self. Bump. That's god awful. Larry, you guys, AI, it's not ready yet. It's not ready to write comedy. That's terrible. That's terrible. But yes, if you are watching over on Twitch, just leave a message in the chat at Laughing Larry AI, and you will see some really terrible comedy. At least he's not being an asshole tonight. Thank you, Laughing Larry. We appreciate that. Oh,
he could be bad and an asshole.
Telling me right now that he gave Laughing Larry Valium. All right, well, I guess it's helping. All right, you guys, let's get back to your amazing host. Don't forget to follow him at Casey's Comedy. You guys, it's Casey McNeil.
Hey, thank you, Annie, and give a hand to Annie, who is everything in this show. She makes this show possible. I almost make the show impossible, but she makes it back possible again. Yes, she's wonderful. And we're delighted to have her. And we're delighted to have our next comic. She's a comedy writer. Please put your hands together for Carolyn Minson.
Thank you. I actually wrote a book a number of years ago called How to Get Your Teenage Daughter to Do What You Want. Yeah, it's a fantasy tale. I'm just going to put something out there right now. I have this little thing called reflux. You may know what it's like. It's like that warm, fuzzy, burning feeling in your chest, like a psychotic blowtorch is bursting out, My doctor, otherwise God, known as God's gift to know-it-alls everywhere, says that, hey, once I get down to 135 pounds, I'll be cured. Dude, I'm 265, okay? It's going to be a while. Last time I was 135 pounds, I was a fetus. No, but anyway, so if you hear me cough, I want you to yell out, no matter where I am in my set, reflux sucks, okay? Let's pretend.
Okay.
Cough, cough.
Reflux sucks.
Very good. Okay, well, let's get back to my daughter, all right? She really is thoughtful. She's practical. She said, like, Mama, when I buy you and Daddy Christmas presents, sometimes it's hard. But then I think, what do I want to inherit when you die? Yeah, she has no filter. When she was 13, I brought her to an upscale funeral. The deceased had his car keys to his Lamborghini in his hands because his valet went for a walk, whatever, you know. She said, hey, what happened to reflux? Thank you.
Reflux sucks.
Very good. Mama, what's with the car keys? It's not like he's going anywhere. I'm like, shh, lower your volume. We're in church. No, really, Mama, where's he going to drive to? Is his license in his coffin, too? I don't think so. So now we have stopped going to funerals because we're banned. So now, you know, I'm thinking like, what can I might have my daughter do to get us banned from weddings? Because just think of all the money I can save, right? Yeah. It seems like it was like she was only 3 years old getting her PhD in PMS. Next she's 16 going on bitch. When she was 19, I got a hysterical call from her at 4 a.m. Mama, don't get upset, but I had an accident with the car. I'm like, oh my God, what happened to my car? The car? Aren't you going to ask what happened to me? Yeah, all right. What happened?
Reflux sucks.
Yes. Reflux sucks twice.
Well, it's the dog's fault. He woke me up at 4 a.m. to go outside, lie in the grass, and chill out. I got bored, went to the garage, and got my polo stick and started jumping around with no hands. But I lost my balance. But the good thing is, your car broke my fall. And then she sends me a picture of my car with a crater in the rear. I'm like, did Lizzo land on it when she was running to the buffet table? Like, okay, let me get this straight. You were manipulated by a dog. You got bored, so you jumped with a pogo stick with no hands at 4 a.m., dented my car with your ass. What 19-year-old girl does that? Mama, the kind that has an ass of steel. By the way, I measured the size of the crater. It's an exact match to her hiney. Says, Mama, you can't get mad at me because I made the dean's list. Yeah, because right now you're on my list. Mama, cut me some slack. I'm going to graduate magna cum laude. Yeah, oh, honey, that's great. You'll have no problem getting a job to pay for the $4,000 price tag to repair my car. It's only going to cost me $4 for a good toilet plunger to like suck it out, you know. But you know, I'm just going to milk this for all it's worth because that's the kind of mom I am. Now, my daughter is amazing, though. She volunteers at hospices, orphanages in India, coffee plantations. I mean, she's up at the crack of dawn, 18 hours a day. They don't even give her free coffee. I couldn't pay her to clean her own room, and I gave her all the frickin' coffee she wanted. She literally paid money to some organization that would have her go to a third world country and work for free, picking coffee beans one at a time in the heat with the bugs. And they gave her a machete to clear the field. Why? Don't they know how dangerous she was with a pogo stick? Who in their right mind gives a woman with PMS a machete?
Yeah, reflux sucks.
Very good. You're keeping on. No, my daughter, she comes up with some really great lines. She's like, Mama, I don't say stuff that's dumb. I say smart things at dumb times. Mama, I don't care what you make for dinner as long as it doesn't suck. Again. Oh my God, Mama, do you have anything in your closet that doesn't make you look like a freaking pink flamingo? No, if I had to pick a language to learn, it would be Dutch. It sounds just like English when you're hammered. Like, kids say the darndest things out of nowhere. I remember when she said, Mama, if I was a walrus and spat out a baby child, I wonder how far it would fly. Oh, come on, that's cute when you're 5 years old. Yeah, she said it when she turned 37, so I'm a little concerned. My husband said, you wouldn't believe what your daughter just did. Yeah, well, she's your daughter too. I made the delivery, but you placed the order.
Reflux sucks.
Before I choke, I got to share this with you, okay? When she was 19, she walked into the living room carrying her license plate. It was attached to a piece of her bumper that was no longer attached to her car, okay? And I didn't see a 19-year-old young woman. I saw my 3-year-old baby girl carrying her blue blankie. And she wanted to be cuddled and she made to feel safe. And look, I'm not perfect, but I did at that moment what any good mother would do. I wrote a song. Let's get a beat going. Yeah, clap your hands. Come on. I remember when she was only 3, walking and carrying her blue blankie. Now that she is a teen with the car, from 3 to 19, she's come pretty far. She came home early instead of late, walked and carrying her license plate, still attached to the bumper, attached to the car. From 3 to 19, she's come pretty far. The idiot who looked over her license plate said she damaged his car door and he was irate. Physics supports the tale about the car. From 3 to 19, she's come pretty far. Race insurance, race deductibles, high repair bills. Do not make me happy or give me thrills. That idiot knew he was found out by my dog park friends and me when he found his car tires covered in doggy pee. Thank you, I'm Carolyn Minson.
Reflux sucks.
Reflux sucks.
Carolyn Minson, give her a hand, let her know. So now your daughter, 19, still living at home?
No.
When she was 19? Still living at home?
19, yeah, but she'd gone back and forth, and she has volunteered really in India and in some third world South American country and whatever, and she's volunteered at hospices. She's backpacked through Europe on her own dime by herself, giving me heart failure half the time. Yeah.
Sounds great.
152 IQ.
Woo-wee.
Wow.
And this is what she does to drive me crazy. So, yeah.
Well, she'll probably be taking care of you in your old age, so.
I'm afraid.
All right. Well, give her another hand, Carolyn Minson. Let her know. Let her know. We have got a fantastic comic coming your way right now. I haven't seen you since Jacques, Eric. You can see him in the upcoming New York Comedy Festival or on TV at CBS this week. Please put your hands together for Eric Congo.
Thank you, guys. Very happy to be here. It's amazing. I'm coming here every few months, and Mike is always here.
Yes.
Mike, you are the most stable thing in my life. I have to tell you, to come here to see you. I'm not sure always if you're alive or not, but now I saw you moving and you're laughing, and I'm so happy. Also, Evil Dave, it's amazing. I'm talking about the pandemic. It's 4 or 5 years. Guys, it's so great to meet other people that have no life like I don't have. It's unbelievable, beautiful. So I'm happy to be here. I'm based in New York, so I'm talking with you from the future if you're in LA. I'm an Israeli. I don't know if you know that, but 70% of the Israeli men are bald. 70% of the Israeli men are bald, and the other 30 live in denial. For every piece of hair that I have on my head, I have at least 5 on my back and 12 on my Shabbat Shalom. Yeah. Well, something special happened to me this week. I passed my citizenship interview, and I'm going to be a citizen in America. Woo! Yeah. Okay. We have 2.5 liberals in the room. Okay. This is exactly what you need here. Another Israeli. Yeah. There's something I don't like to be based in New York. It's that everybody wants to come visit you. Like my mother just finished a long visit here. It was horrible. It started a few months ago. She called me one night. She said, "Guess what? Surprise. I'm coming to be with you in New York for a month. For a month in New York." I didn't sleep for a week. And at one point, I said to myself, let's find her a place to stay. Maybe it will make me feel more relaxed. So I booked for her Airbnb in Los Angeles. Yeah, I really love my mother, but she's a little bit depressing, but still, people say that in 1978, she smiled. A rumor. Yeah, but by the way, she doesn't know that I'm doing comedy. I cannot tell her. It's against her religion, laughter. But she doesn't know also she's writing for me the bit about her. She gives me gold. When she was here, she came for a few days. She went for a few days to Washington, D.C. And my mother is very angry all the time, frustrated. And I got a text message from her in the middle of the day. And she wrote me, "I'm very upset. I went to the Holocaust Museum in DC. It's the first time I'm there. I went there before and they didn't change anything." I'm going to repeat. My mother was complaining that the Jewish Holocaust Museum in DC didn't change anything. That's what she was expecting exactly. A different theme, a different story, more numbers. In the exit of Mel Gibson drunk saying it never happened. It never happened. What? Yeah, unbelievable. Also, New York, you've been there. I'm sure you've been here. It's a place you can never be relaxed here. You always have to be aware of where you go. Today it's crazy. 50,000 people ran the marathon. It's insane what's going on. But like a few days ago, I went to an Indian restaurant here and I ordered biryani. You know what is it, Mike? You heard about biryani? It's a very good rice dish. I just forgot that in India, I used to eat biryani in restaurants for tourists. In that case, it was so spicy that after 10 seconds, I start to cough. I start to sweat. I was more red than now. It was very embarrassing for me. And all the staff there, they saw me, they start to run, white man alert, white man alert. They gave me naan, they gave me yogurt. They helped me to sign on my will. It was very embarrassing. But the waiter was such a sweetheart. "Don't worry, sir. So sorry, sir. Don't worry." I'm like, okay, don't worry. But I am sorry. This is not food. This is anti-Semitic terror attack. Show me one Jew that can digest this masala. Come on, guys. I don't know what you know about us, the Jews. We cannot digest anything, okay? In the other hand, we cannot stop eating. Yeah, my wife and I, we have 3 meals a day and 17 snacks. Sometimes in the middle of dinner, my wife can say, "No, I'm very concerned about what we're going to eat tomorrow for lunch." What are you talking about lunch now? Focus on the 11:35 snack. I'm not watching Kimmel without something in my mouth. Yeah, I don't know. This is what we are. Yeah. And you know what's going on now in my country, in Israel? We're in a war more than a year. It's terrible times. It's really depressing. And with all of this, I'm keep traveling America with a project by the name Comedy for Peace. It's a night. We're just going now after the festival, we're going for a long West Coast tour. And it's a night with Jewish and Muslim comedians. We're going to communities and trying to bring them together. Yeah. It's not really working for us, but you have to try. So I discovered that us, the Jews and the Muslims, we're much more alike than different, We believe in one God. We pray a lot. We fast. Also, Muslim can marry 4 wives. Jews can marry one with 4 different personalities. It's a bingo. Yeah, and I'm thinking a lot about this concept about marrying 4 wives. 4? Like, first of all, 100% in any given moment, one of them will have to pee. Okay? Every ride will take hours, tons of paper, and how many toilets are we even talking about here? Listen, I have Crohn's disease. I don't know if you heard about this, but it's an illness that the body is attacking himself. It's a very Jewish thing, okay? The thing here that if I need to go, I need to go, okay? I'm not going to fight with 4 different women to come out from the loo or not go inside, okay? Also, what if all the 4 of them will have a strong bonding against me? Maybe they will have a WhatsApp group without me. You know, call it Eric is a dick or something. I don't know. And all day just gonna text mean things about me. One will write he picked his own socks last night, and the other will answer LOL. I don't know. I don't need that. I don't need that. And one day they can take me to a coffee place and say, Eric, we're sorry, but it's over. It's not you. It's us. Yeah, so it's not easy, not easy times. Yeah, but I'm not afraid to be here in America because in a weird way, since I arrived here, people all the time asking me if I'm from Germany, okay? It's very not comfortable for me. Yeah, I was even in Europe now. I had a tour in the summer. I went to Holland, to Amsterdam, and 2 German people stopped me in the street and asked me if I know where is Anne Frank's house is. Well, then come on, guys. You found her the first time. What do you want from me? But it's still, you know, the anti-Semitism, it's real and it's disturbing. I had the bomb threat here near my synagogue near where I live here in Manhattan, and I said to myself, maybe it's time for me to look for a new place to live. And I was checking if there are Jewish organizations in Alaska, and they have. They call themselves the Frozen Chosen. So I think I'm going to go. Okay, guys, I have to go. So I have another show in December. My schedule is killing me. But it's always a pleasure to be here. Mike, please don't change. Don't just stay there in the sofa. I'm going to be back around, I don't know, maybe February. Love you all. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Make some noise for your host.
All right, Eric Engel. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, Mike, I'm telling you, Mike has been the lizard guy in that alien joke every fucking time I've done that.
Amazing.
Yeah, I always pick him. Because he's always there. I can always count on. But listen, Eric, that Anne Frank joke. Too soon. Too soon, buddy. So give him another hand, Eric. And we have an excellent closer for our show. I want to know if there's anything else on the board to go for. Annie.
We can flash the board. There's nothing new, but we like to flash our board here. Here we go. You guys, big shout out. That's right. Big shout out to William Reynolds, Evil Dave, and Abigail H. Brown. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. And yeah, you guys, there still is one more amazing comedian. So if you do want your name on the board, we can make that happen. We can absolutely make that happen. It is pretty easy, you guys. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, we take those bits. So thank you guys so much. Let's get back to this awesome show. And don't forget to give them a follow, you guys, at Casey's Comedy. Really easy to remember over on Instagram. You guys, it's Casey McNeil.
Hey, yeah. We love William Reynolds. We love you, William Reynolds. You're the best. Yeah, we do. We've got a great comic for you closing out our show. I haven't seen her forever, even though we supposedly work a lot of the same rooms. She's you might have seen the Black Women of Comedy Festival. She has a YouTube special out called Enjoy Your Nachos. Please put your hands together for Alma Marpo.
Me. Hi, everybody.
It's you.
Yeah, so for those unfamiliar, I can confirm Casey has legs. I've seen him. Woohoo! He's not just a torso. The whole guy. Own shoes and everything. It's amazing.
I saw him too.
I'm excited to be here. Broadcasting from space. I'm in bed. Why wouldn't I be? I'm excited to be here because I had a near-death experience this morning. I took a Greyhound bus back from Connecticut. I was visiting some family, and I had a Celsius energy drink with no food in my stomach. You guys, I should be dead right now. Celsius is not to be drank, frankly, maybe at all, but certainly not on an empty stomach. Like, Casey, you're a Red Bull guy. Are you a Celsius drinker?
No.
They're terrifying. Don't start. Don't start. It's too powerful. I lived through the Four Loko era. I know a poorly regulated energy drink when I see it. And that's what we're living through again. And yeah, it's wild to me. I was visiting my sister a month ago, and I was driving around, had to run some errands, and I had my Celsius, as I do. And I felt like the staticky feeling, like in between my eyes, and then in my chest, and then in my booty hole. And I panicked because it's not good. It's not good. And the first thing that came to mind was, I'm going to have to explain this for a deposition in a court of law. Like, I'm going to have to explain this to a lawyer as a whistleblower so that thousands of people can get $6 checks, because that's where we're headed. And being from Florida, I'm allowed to say this. I looked at a can the other day because I was like, what's in this? What's doing it? And they make them in Boca Raton, Florida. Guys, it might just be meth. It might not even be like an energy drink. Like, what are we doing? But as I was thinking about it, because your brain moves very quickly on Celsius, it's powerful. So it's like thoughts here, thoughts here. I was just thinking, class action lawsuits used to be different. Like, we used to be a society. They used to compensate people for getting poisoned in war, or like getting their lungs shredded by asbestos through roofing, or like you lose your training for war. And like, my generation's lawsuits are just going to be, did you need to get through a spreadsheet really, really fast? It just, the dangers have changed. It doesn't seem as dangerous to me. So enjoy your Celsius while it's out there, because it's going to be gone soon. There's no way. It can't be safe, but we will at least know that we have made progress in the world of energy beverages. We've managed to keep them from tasting like batteries, which is pretty cool. And this is the closest the U.S. is going to get to adopting the metric system. A drink called Celsius. We're living. I did mention I was visiting family. I got a new niece over the summer. My sister had a baby, so I'm an aunt for the first time. People always clap. I didn't help. I just need you to know that. All I did was just show up when I got the phone call that said, hey, there were 2 of us. We came to the hospital. Now there are 3. You want to roll through? I did. And had a great time. She turned 5 months old on Friday. And Carolyn, just so you know, she has reflux. She weighs 11 pounds. So don't let that doctor tell you anything. Like, getting down to 135 won't get rid of it. She's not even 15 and she has it. So what can we do? And how does a baby even get Celsius? She doesn't even know what taxes are. Like, where is that stress coming from? I don't know. But now that I'm an aunt, I've gotten competitive. I didn't used to be competitive, but she's got 4 aunts and I want to be the favorite one. Like, it's so important to me that I'm the favorite one. Now, I'm the only black one, but I don't want it that way. I want to earn it. So I've been thinking about how I get there. And the way that I stand out the most, like it or not, this is just what the situation is. I'm her aunt that's most like an uncle. That's just how we're living over here. Now, I'm not going to go full uncle, just so you know. Like, I'm not showing up drunk to Thanksgiving. I get drunk day like a lady. But no, I knew from the baby shower before she was even here that there was something different going on with me. So if you've been to a baby shower recently, they have these games where you can write messages on diapers. So they'll have all these markers out and you get to write things on diapers like daddy's girl or cutie pie. And mine just said kaboom with those like Acme bombs that Wile E. Coyote used to use to try to Roadrunner. And none of the other aunts decided to do that. So I was in a class of my own, handed it to her and said, make sure she does a poopy in this one. So from the jump, I think I'm handling this differently. I met her when she was 2 days old. It took until she was 4 days old for my sister to go, you're playing too rough with her. Like that type of uncle, right? I mean, I'm at home right now. If I'm being very honest with myself, I live like a bachelor. Now, I am barefoot right now. I'm barefoot most of the time. I don't like socks. There are socks everywhere in here. I don't know where they're coming from. Can anybody explain, like, men, where are the socks coming from? I can't figure it out. There are always, anyone who's lived with men, there are always dishes in the sink, pissing somebody off. I live by myself. That person is me. I'm doing it to myself on a regular basis. No one's more mystified by it than I. And yeah, there's protein powder on top of the fridge. Who knows when I'm going to need a new one? Is it load bearing at this point? I don't know, but it's just there. I mean, I come in through this door all the time. I struggle with it a little bit. So what is the protein powder even doing? I don't know, but it's part of the decor at this point. But I think the part that really clinches me as an uncle is, listen, it's Sunday night. I could be asleep, but I stayed up late to tell jokes to 12 people on Zoom. That's not something your aunt does. That's something you tell does. So that's me. I'm her Uncle Amma. Happy to. But yeah, it's one of those things, like, it's been exciting to watch my sister become a parent. Mostly because I'm starting to see like things that I would see from her growing up. She's getting it back already. Her daughter's already doing it to her. So as an example, we'll be talking on the phone. We'll be on like FaceTime or on a screen like this. And I just see like a tiny fist. I'll use my remote as an example. Tiny fist just come up and hit her because she's waving her arms around while her daughter's breastfeeding. So we'll be talking. See a tiny hand like, and there's a small part of me that goes, you know what? Good. Because my sister used to hit when we were kids, and she hit hard, and I was not allowed to hit her back until one day, the day that we had our own rooms. So we were finally separated in different rooms. I'm an introvert. She's a yapper. And I was like, finally, I'm going to get some peace. I got no peace because she just kept wandering in and out, asking questions a third grader cannot answer. Just coming in. When would I have learned? I don't know. But finally, I was like, something clicked, and I was like, that's enough. And I closed the door. Now, I grew up in a household with immigrant parents. You don't close doors. You're not allowed. But my mom let it go because, and I quote, she said, whatever was about to happen needed to happen. You might be wondering what happened. I don't remember, and neither does she. It's very much like that song in Chicago when Velma Kelly was like, I came to and there was blood on my hands. I dissociated so hard, I don't know what I did. But she never touched me again. So, yeah, I can't tell my niece this, but sometimes violence is the answer. I'm going to be... Everybody, thank you so much for having me. I'm giving it back to Casey.
Hey, Alma Marple, closing out the show in style. Man, we have had a great show tonight with Laura Hug, Carolyn Minson, Armin, Alma Marple, Eric Angel, and me. I've been your host, Casey. Annie, you could take us out.
Well, all right. Let's see. Buttons are being pushed. Here we go. Up there it is, you guys. Thank you again so much, especially to Abigail H. Brown, William Reynolds, and Evil Dave. Thank you so much for being here. And everybody else that is here, you guys have been awesome. We enjoy hanging out with you every week. Nikki, Manic Mystic Michael, Mike Eckert. You guys are the best of the best. And welcome to some of the new viewers over on Twitch. We appreciate you being here tonight. Daddy Ferris, thanks for hanging out.
You're not part of our family.
That's right. That's right. We're going to be doing this again. We do this every day, you guys, every day. We do have a special coming up on Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific. I don't have the right thing up. It's fine. Here we go. Okay. Boom. You guys, we do have Sammy Obeyed will be here Thursday at 7 p.m. with Sammy Elects the Hour. It is going down. We've got KO Friday hosted by Comedy in English going down on Friday. Tomorrow we've got Chirping Bird Comedy with Mark Anthony, and tune in to find out. Maybe Judah Friedlander. He might be there tomorrow. And yeah, tons of fun comedy all week. Thank you guys so much for being here. And you guys, I am going to throw it back to Casey because we all know we want to close it out with his face. So you guys give it up. Don't forget to check out his special on Amazon Prime Video. You guys, it's Casey McNeil. Let's go.
Hey, yeah, make sure you check out my special because I think my numbers are off. I love you all so very much. We are so glad to have you here. Next week, we've got an incredible show on Sunday. I will be here all winter long, well, at least until the new year, and then we'll see if you'll have me some more. I think that's it, everybody. I love you. Goodbye. See you next week, same time.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, you guys. You were great.